Hi everyone, it's Laura and it's time for December and January favorites. Boy, have the past couple of months flown, but it's such an exciting time for us makeup lovers, especially at the drugstore right now because there's lots of new products coming out. Lots of new things at Target too. New brands being carried there. One thing I was excited about was a new product from Sonia Kashuk. This is made for your brows and lining your eyes. Now, if you're a Sonia Kashuk lover like me, this looks like the eyeshadow liner palette that we have bought, the one with purple and blue and brown and black and gray. I love that palette, but unfortunately, they're not making it anymore. So when I saw this, I went crazy. It runs around $10. I have been using it in my brows, using it as a liner. It's very pigmented and it's just fabulous. As if we didn't have enough highlighters already, this year has started off in the drugstore with tons more of them. I really love this one from Milani. This one is called the Face and Eye Strobe Palette. I've used it as eyeshadows. I've swept over the whole thing and used it as a blush. I've used just the lighter shade right up here on the cheekbone. It's very versatile, quick, it blends beautifully, it doesn't look cakey on the skin, so I think it's great for mature skin. Along with this one from Jordana, this is their Glow and Go. I bought it in the bronze shade because I have so many light highlighters. This is a cream highlighter. What I typically do is take the e.l.f. stipple brush, sort of run over it, and then go over my skin. It gives a beautiful glow. And again, I try to use either powders that are very light or cream products on my skin so that it looks more youthful and not so made up. So I really like this one for Jordana, and it was very inexpensive. I just picked it up at Walgreens. I love bright lipstick. L'Oreal has come out with this Infallible line called Infallible Paints. It has a very nice applicator. I like the way they made this. It's a little different than some I have because it comes to more of a point. And I can really go around the edge of my lips and fill everything in beautifully. This stuff lasts for hours. I've been putting it to the test to see if it was long wearing, and the shade I'm wearing today right now, this shade is called Fearless Fuschia, and I just love it. They're very moisturizing on the lips. They're not dry. They are glossy, but they stay on a long time. They don't come off quickly like a lip gloss would. So I'm a real fan of this, and especially this shade. Now, Wet n Wild is one of my favorite drugstore brands. I think they just come out with so many great products for an inexpensive price. I've tried a few of them lately and they're all terrific. Right now in this video, I'm wearing the new Photofocus foundation and I'm in the shade Light Medium. This is beautiful. It's a very lightweight foundation. The way I've been applying it is just dabbing some on my skin and then taking a sponge that has the e.l.f. primer mist on it and sort of just patting it and blending it out. But I haven't been using it for photography purposes. I just like wearing it to work. I think it's great. It has sort of the applicator has a spatula kind of applicator. I just pat it on my hand and then dab it around my face and blend it out with a sponge. But I can't believe how inexpensive this is. To me, this works as well as some that I paid more for at Ulta or at Sephora. So that's a winner for me for sure. I'm really crazy about this mascara. It's called Lash Renegade. It has the little ball on the end of it, and that is fantastic because I can get way on those side lashes that are hard to get for me, the way my eyes are shaped. I have a hard time with these lashes out here, and I just sort of take that ball and draw it away, and it gives you such great length. It's also very black, which I like. It makes my lashes really stand out. But this one, I just think is one of the best mascaras they've come out with besides the one with fibers. I love that. It's exclusive to Walgreens. That gives you a lot of length and volume. But if you don't feel like messing with the fibers, I think this one is fantastic. Now, another thing that was sitting in with the new products is this shade, and it's Looking for Truffle. This is the Velvet Matte Lip Crayon. It is as fabulous as the NARS. I would never pay that unless I wanted a NARS shade again, because this goes on, I think, even more silky, and what an inexpensive price. I am crazy about it, so much that I went back and got another shade. They've had these out for a while. I think this is a new shade in that line, but they're very moisturizing. They last for hours. They're very thin on the lips, so you don't feel like you have a thick lipstick on, but it looks like a lipstick. So that's another one that gets my vote. Along with this loose powder, it's a loose pigment for your eyes. I've been wearing this on the lid. I think it was a limited edition. I did buy it at CVS, but it is as nice as any other. I have the MAC pigment that I've bought before. This is absolutely beautiful. It lasts all day, and it was very inexpensive. I was so excited because Target is finally carrying Essence at my Target, where I shop. Now, I know other stores around the country have had Essence in Targets for a while, but ours didn't. And while I was browsing through all the products, I found this. It's their color correcting mattifying powder. Now, those of you that watch my channel know I'm a real fan of their mattifying powder, the one that looks very white. This one has that look where it's got pink and nude and green in it, and it's for helping with discoloration. I love this. I've been using it all week. I apply it with one of the big puffs. I just sort of press it into my skin and then dust away any extra. But it's a great powder. It really does mattify your skin. So I think if you have oily skin, like I do in the T-zone area, it is fantastic. I wrote to Octali recently and requested a product, and again they want us to say that these are our own opinions, and of course they are my opinions. I'm not going to feature anything on my channel that I'm not really excited to share with you. This is from the company Pür, and I've bought things from Pür at Ulta before, but I have never seen this product at Ulta, but I've seen it on YouTube, and that's why I wanted to try it. And mainly because when I exfoliate, there's a fine line between wrecking your skin and getting off the dead skin. I've used exfoliants where I've actually come away with little cuts on my skin because it's so thin. So I have to be really careful. And I wanted to see if this would work on my mature skin. Now it's called Joystick, and it's an exfoliating deep cleanser. But what I like about it, it's actually in a stick form. So I washed my face first, then took this, and you just rub it on your skin. And then I took my fingers and in the under eye area, because I want to exfoliate there, but it's so thin in that area of the skin, I just took my fingers and very gently rubbed in that area. I thought it did a fantastic job. I'm so excited about this product. It's not messy like a lot of exfoliators where you have it all over your hands and everything. So it's a winner in my book, and when I'm done using it, this is a product I'll go out and purchase. Now, two other things I bought. One was a recommendation from my friend Natalie, the beauty diva. She had been talking about this foundation from Clinique. It's called Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. And I love it when you can use one product and get multiple uses. Now this has the biggest applicator known to man. This thing is huge. Well, when I first got this foundation, I have to admit I hated it. And I thought, how can I hate this? Because I even had them color match me in the store. And I thought when I got home it looked terrible on me. Well, the problem was me. I wasn't applying it properly. You need so little of this. I'm talking a dot on your cheek. And I had been putting a few dots like I do with other foundations. So once I kept playing with it and I did a dot, two dots here, and then blended it out with a brush, it was beautiful. I love the way it looks. I've been a Clinique user for many, many years, but it had been a long time since I bought anything from their line. But this is definitely fantastic, so thank you, Natalie, for your recommendation. Back when 2016 started, I made a list of a few makeup brands that I really wanted to try this past year, and one of them was Tarte. Well, around Christmas time, they came out with a palette that I just could not resist. When I swatched it in the store, I thought it was one of the most beautiful palettes I've ever seen. And it's this one called the Tartiest Pro. It has 4 shimmer shades and 16 matte shades. It is gorgeous. These shadows blend so beautifully. I have not done one look where I've been disappointed. Even when I use other palettes, I'll pull this out, especially the shimmer shades. Like today, I added one of the shades that's very gold on my lid. When I had used some other shadows, I just love it. It's, of course, more expensive than drugstore shadows, but so well worth it, especially when you consider all the shades you get and how beautiful they look on the eye. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. YouTube's making so many changes recently. A lot of my friends here on YouTube have said they've been unsubscribed without knowing. So if you'll check and also hit that bell so you'll have notification. Now, I typically always put my videos out on Tuesdays at 5. But if I'm sick or something comes up, I might need to do a different time. But 99% of the time, my videos come out every Tuesday at 5 o'clock. Now, I would like to hear from you this week. What's a company, a brand that you would like to try this year in makeup or skincare that you've never tried before? Thanks so much for watching and have an awesome week. Just paint this on, let it sit on your skin, and after a few minutes you wipe it off. I think after about 10 minutes you do that. But I felt that my skin just was so clean and I loved it. I thought it felt excellent.